Hey folks, this is Bob at Serenity Hill. Hey, today, hey, like the house in the background. You know, I cannot wait until I have the money to put the windows in there. That is just going to look absolutely fantastic with windows all across the top where the OSB is. It's going to stay cooler in summer and warmer in the wintertime too. Today I'm out here back over my shoulder here. You can see my garden. The tall part there, that's my Kentucky Wonder pole beans. They're flowering pretty good. Those suckers must be, well, the fence, I've got a 4-foot fence that I'm using for a trellis, and they're over a foot above the fence. So if I had a taller trellis, they'd be even taller. So what I'm doing out here today is, you know, we pick blackberries, and I've got a big blackberry thicket right there, and I got one up by the house and some out by the road. And so, but what I'm doing today is in this clear area here, and it's where they pushed out trees to bring in lateral lines. Now, the lateral line isn't real close here. I'm way off to the side of it. Oh, and I found another mullein plant. Well, 3 more mullein plants. Got 3 more mullein plants. One's flowering and two smaller ones that are just sending up spikes. We had some real heavy rain and winds, and it kind of blew some things down. I was in my garden getting some fence posts and some piece of fencing that I'm going to use for setting up my blackberries, and I found that I've got some zucchini that are ready, and I've got some yellow squash that within probably tomorrow, starting tomorrow, I'll be harvesting yellow squash. They're about that big right now. So I want them to get just a little bit bigger. Hopefully by tomorrow they won't have grown too much bigger. And the winds that we got, the heavy rain and the winds, it wreaked havoc on my okra. I'm gonna have to see if I can support some of my okra. And it blew over my tomato cages. So I'm gonna have to get those back upright. Hopefully it didn't do too much damage, but my squash and green beans and pole beans are okay. So at any rate, so I'm getting ready to put up some, put in some fence posts and put up some fence and get my some bare root raspberry plants put in. I bought, was supposed to have been 2 Queen Anne gold raspberries and 5 red raspberries, but the guy who sent me the Queen Anne raspberries, he didn't send me 2, I got 4. So I've got 4 gold raspberry plants, and I've got some red raspberry plants coming. I thought those would be nice to go along with all the blackberries we've got. So I'm planting them out here in this open space. It gets plenty of sun. And the way the blackberries grow here, I'm hoping the soil will be good for raspberries too, because the blackberries grow like crazy out here. So let me get to that. I had to come get my fence clips. So I thought I'd show you. 1, 2 zucchini, and yellow squash going like crazy. Yeah, squash going like crazy. Now, I have just gotten a very pleasant surprise as I was out here cutting stuff down, and fortunately I noticed it before I did the damage. But right here, and I can see my little white stake, is a pecan that I planted about 2 years ago. I bought some bare root pecan trees from the Missouri Department of Conservation nursery, and I thought they had all died. And I hadn't even looked at them this year. I thought they all died last year, and I was very disappointed. But I can actually see my white stake there, and there's a little pecan tree, and I got one over here, and right here is another one, complete with a white stake. So these are native pecan, and I thought they had died, but they made it. And in fact, I see another one right over there. So my pecans, some of my pecan trees made it, which is absolutely amazing because I thought they were all gone. So fortunately, I saw them and I didn't cut them down. So I've got at least 3, 4 of my pecan trees that I planted that have survived. And yeah, that's exciting. A little surprise. Whew. I really meant to do this earlier in the day, but we had rain, heavy rain, and so I'm just now getting out. And after the rain left, the humidity really kicked in. Is there anything that gets tangled worse than fence clips? Whew. Make sure I don't step on my palm tree. I got to do for supporting some raspberries. Whew. Cut that. At least with all the rain, it's easy digging. I'm going to dig a decent sized hole. Get the roots for them to spread out. Corn. 2 feet. Let's say about 2 feet. I have to bring my clippers out to get rid of that thing. Alright, I've had these soaking in water to let the roots get clean, hydrated. And in the past 24 hours, we've gotten 1.25 inches of rain. So my ground is pretty nice here, but I'll give them a little drink after I get them planted. And I'm just putting these in the ground to where the line was, the dirt line was on them from the nursery that they came from. And tell them to grow. And then I'll mulch around these, and I'll mulch all down the road, keep the weeds from growing back. Just plant them up. Whew. I got 4 golden raspberry plants. And now I got to go tend to my okra and my tomatoes. Or maybe I'm going inside to cool off. All right, so thanks for stopping by. Watch me sweat like crazy. Out here like a fool, getting my raspberries planted, but I didn't want them to go bad on me. They were in the mail and then in the house for a couple days. So I wanted to get them planted. But I think now it's time to go in and get a drink of cold water and soak up some AC and dry off a little bit. Whew. All right, this is Bob at Serenity Hill, thanking you for stopping by. Like and subscribe. Join us out here for more misadventures. Again, it's a pretty good day. I found zucchini ready. The bad is I gotta prop up my okra and tomatoes, put my tomato cages back up. But I did find 4 pecans out here that I thought were dead and gone, and I was going to have to replace. So I've got at least 4 pecan trees, and I think if I'm real careful when I clear out back in here, I will probably find another 1 or 2 back there as well. So I'm pretty excited about that. That's going to be a lot of years, but I will eventually have pecans, and that's a cool thing. All right, this is Bob at Serenity Hill. Thanks for stopping by. We will see you on the next one. Bye now.